Hello, welcome to the Q&A practice for the 80 class. Today we're going to start out with defense questioning. Okay, ready? Leah, do you know the district attorney, Mr. Elliott? Yes, sir. Did you speak to him before you took the witness stand? Yes, sir. Did you speak to him yesterday? Yes, sir. Did you also speak to his assistant, Mr. Black? Yes, sir. At any time that you were being questioned, either by Mr. Elliott or Mr. Black, was your cousin, Alex, with you? Yes, sir. You were asked questions by Mr. Elliott and Mr. Black. Is that correct? Yes, sir. And you gave answers to Mr. Elliott and Mr. Black. Is that correct? Yes, sir. The questions that you were asked and the answers that you gave were given in the presence of your cousin, Alex. Is that right? Not always. Most of them? Not most of them. Some of them? None of them. You mean Alex was not there? Alex came in, but he left. He lived there at the time they came to my house. You were questioned at your house? Yes, sir. When was this, Leah? I don't remember the exact date. Was it a week ago or a month ago? It was almost a year ago. Were you in court yesterday? Yes, sir. Were you ever in court before yesterday? Yes, sir. How long ago before yesterday? I am not sure, but I think it was last September. Where did you see Mr. Elliott at that time? I didn't see Mr. Elliott. Did you see Mr. Black? Yes, sir. When were you in this courthouse for the first time, if you remember? When I went before the grand jury. Do you know when that was? No, sir. When did you see Mr. Elliott for the first time? When he came to my house. Mr. Elliott did? Yes, sir. Was he with anybody else? Yes, sir. Who was with him? He was. Mr. Black was with him. Do you remember when that was? No, sir. I don't remember the date. Was it this past summer or last winter? It could have been in the summer. Did Mr. Elliott ask you questions at that time? Yes, sir. Did Mr. Black assist Mr. Elliott in asking you questions? Yes, sir. Was there a court reporter present recording the questions or writing down what Mr. Elliott was asking you and the answers that you gave him? No, sir. Was your cousin Alex there at the time? Do you mean while I was being questioned? Yes. Was he in the house at the time? Yes, sir. Do you remember whether the questioning took place in the evening or the afternoon or the morning? It was in the evening. Was Alan present while you were being questioned? Alan? I'm sorry, so sorry. Alex. I don't remember. Do you know whether or not Alex was questioned? I think he was, but I am not sure. Were you present when Alex was being questioned? Well, if Alex was questioned, I am sure I was there. I don't remember if he was questioned or not. Leah, at the time Mr. Elliott and Mr. Black questioned you, did they show you any statement that you had made in the police station to refresh your recollection as to what happened on July 14? Yes, sir, they did. Okay, I'm going to switch transcripts here. All right. So the transcript that I'm going to read is a dog bite. Here we go. Just even for one day, were you ever scared of Max? I think so. Okay. When was that? When we first moved in with Max in California, down here. So when you first moved in with your stepfather, you were afraid of Max? Yeah. Okay. And was Max your stepfather's dog? No. He said he came with the house. Okay. What is your stepfather's name? Brandon. Brandon. What is Brandon's last name? Wells. After you got to know Max, were you ever afraid of him ever again? No. Now over the top of the court reporter's head, see that photograph of the two dogs? Uh-huh. Mr. Palladino told me that is Romeo and Juliet. I guess we'll have to attach a copy as Exhibit N. Have you ever seen any dogs like Romeo and Juliet up there? No. Okay. Would you be afraid of them if they were sitting here in the office with us? No, I don't think so. Okay. If you're walking down the street, are you afraid of dogs? No, kind of, yeah. What do you mean, kind of, yes? Like I am by some dogs, but not all the dogs I see. Okay, now of the dogs you see, some of them you're afraid, and some of them you're not afraid. Can you tell us why sometimes you're afraid and sometimes not afraid? Because sometimes they try and jump the fence. If they try to jump the fence, you are afraid of them? Yes. Okay, that concludes our Q&A practice for the 80 class. Have a great day.